got this message from the Bondi lifeguards, right? Now, they reckon they've got a rabbit. Of course they've got a rabbit, because there's so many rabbits just grazing on the beach here. Now, has to be a setup. Dino.
Hey, mate.
How are you, buddy?
Good, Chris. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I bet. So, the rabbit.
Rabbit's up there on duty.
What the hell is this? Maxie, this is nice. I like this. It suits you.
It's got ears like me as well.
It's got ears. How'd you find it?
Just down North Bondi near the outdoor gym there. We'd just like run into the bush and kept running through our legs. It took us about like an hour to catch it.
The lifeguards were alerted to the lost bunny at 7 a.m, their first rescue of the day.
Yeah, if it had gone on the road, it would have been a pretty sad sight, but yeah, thankfully it didn't, and it's worked out really well.
I think it pissed on me.
The bunny appears to be 12 months old and looks too placid to be feral.
Now she's a Bondi rabbit for sure.
So what are we going to call her? She had the old Von zippers on. What about Von?
Von the Bondi rabbit. Give it a kiss, Maxie.
That's nice, isn't it? I'll be in touch.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Von is now off to the Bondi Clinic, where Chris will find out if the lost rabbit has been microchipped.
How did you get here? Are you going to come clean?
Very warm. I'll just go and quickly let Lisa know his temp's 41.
Yeah.
And we'll probably get a move on.
Okay, good idea.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, Michael has rushed in Bodie after the 4-year-old German Shepherd collapsed at home.
I'm always worried because he's my best friend. You know, he never lets you down. You know, people let you down, but dogs don't.
Yeah,
I've never seen him like this.
He looks pretty flat. That's a boy. Having a really high temperature like this is really risky because basically it could cook their brain. So we really need to cool him down as soon as possible because if it climbs any higher, that's going to be life-threatening. Hey, Bud, you're feeling pretty awful, aren't you?
We've got to get him on IV fluids and run some blood tests to try and work out what is going on here. He's in a really critical state and we have to get to the bottom of this now.
The results are shocking.
He actually hasn't got enough white blood cells in his bloodstream. You need white blood cells to fight infection. If you can't fight infection, you can become septic and die.
See what I picked up at the beach?
The beach?
Yeah.
What have you been doing down the beach?
Chasing rabbits.
Hello, little bunny.
First, Chris gives Von the bunny a general health check.
The worry with a rabbit that has been on the streets for a while is that they might pick up something like calicivirus or myxomatosis. It usually shows up through the eyes and they'll get crusting and runny eyes, but Von's eyes look pretty clear. Rabbits are often owned by kids, so for me I worry that right now there's a young child out there somewhere who's missing his or her little Von. Your secret is about to be uncovered, young girl. So there's no microchip, which makes our job of finding an owner a little bit more difficult, but we're not going to give up. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I've got a bit of a plan. I'm going to get the word out there, and I reckon if we can get photos of this girl out in the streets, someone's going to know something. The information's out there.
Bondi Vet Hospital, Neil speaking.
Head vet nurse Neil volunteers to babysit Von, while Chris hits the Bondi Strip on his mission of mercy.
We're really pulling out all stops here to really alert not just Bondi but Sydney that a rabbit is lost and we're going to find its owners.
That night, Chris is called back to the clinic for an emergency.
So just received a call to a dog that's been hit by a car. I don't know too many details, but apparently it's in a bad way, especially one of its legs and its feet. Hey, how are you? Hi, how are you? Good. Chris. Hey, Thomas.
G'day, Brad. This is Brad.
How are you? Who's this?
Toby.
Toby. Hey, Toby. Did you see him get hit?
No, I'd gone back to get my other dog off the street.
14-month-old Toby has just been run over by a taxi on a busy Sydney road.
Just want to move. There's a bit of blood on the road. You're right, Tobe. Stay there.
You can just comfort him and just make sure he knows he's okay.
You're right, Tobe. Stay.
The schnoodle has severe lacerations to his back legs and is having trouble breathing.
The one thing that can be a problem for them is in the impact they can tear a blood vessel in their chest, in their lungs, and if they bleed into that, then obviously they can't breathe through blood.
He's very excitable, happy dog. That's what this is, the stillness is what worries me.
Wait till Mum and Daddy see you tomorrow. Won't they get a surprise?
Dog sitters Thomas and Brad have no idea how they're going to break the news to Toby's owners. They're on a sailing holiday in Queensland.
And they've been sending me text messages saying, missing our boy, so he's been really good, except he doesn't come when called. And he didn't tonight.
The priority right now is not so much his legs, not so much his injuries, but addressing his circulation, just making sure he can breathe, making sure he can pump that blood around his body, because if that doesn't happen, then we could be in trouble. Okay, which is positive, so if he is losing blood, he hasn't lost a lot of it.
14-month-old Toby has been hit by a taxi. He's struggling to breathe and has extensive leg injuries.
One of the big problems with an impact with a car is that they can essentially tear part of their lung, which releases all the air and stops the pressure they need in their chest to breathe properly. Just to make sure he has that negative pressure in his chest. So we're going to put a needle into his chest and just suck out any air that could be a problem. Yeah, okay, so we're getting air coming out there. So he's actually got a pneumothorax.
A pneumothorax means air is leaking between Toby's lungs and his chest wall. If not treated, it can kill him.
The worry isn't so much his broken leg, that can heal, but a pneumothorax can get serious real quick, really quick. So what I do is essentially put in a valve here where we can suck the air out.
Good boy, Toby.
So every syringe full of air that we get out of this chest is another lot of air that he can actually breathe in, so this is good if we get this air out now.
Good boy. Your mummy's going to be very proud of you.
Toby's owners are on holidays in the Whitsundays, and his remorseful dog sitters are hoping Chris can save the schnoodle's life.
Left the kid at home in safe hands, apparently. Come on. You're right, Tobe. Come on.
I'm just going to support his weight as a whole.
Despite Toby still being in shock, Chris now needs x-rays to confirm just how severe Toby's other injuries are.
You're right.
Sorry, Toby. You guys can jump out.
Okay.
Right. All right, you guys can come back in.
Let's go, buddy. That's the way. Good boy, Bodie. It's all right.
At Sash, Bodie is in a critical state. The 4-year-old's white blood cell count is dangerously low. Sadly, the most likely cause is cancer.
I know. All right, darling. It's okay.
The ultrasound of Bodie's abdomen reveals no tumours or clues.
He's petrified. Oh, boy.
He's a bit scared, isn't he?
It's really frustrating because I was hoping that it would give me some miraculous answer, but unfortunately there's nothing there.
Dad's coming in to visit you.
The next step is to do a bone marrow aspirate. It's a risky procedure, and so Michael's going to come in and see him before that because who knows what can happen.
Oh, that's okay. You've been a brave boy, haven't you?
It's gut-wrenching because, you know, you just don't know if you're going to see him again.
See, I'm coming back every day to see how you are.
You're in a war. If it was up to me, I would just turn my back and walk away from the war with him. But obviously, you know, the war's come to find us and we're just going to go head on and try and beat it.
Bye-bye, good boy. Thank you so much.
And it was absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, the poor man is devastated.
I know. He's coming back. He's coming back, Bodie. Let's go. Come on, darling.
He's just hopeful. He still remains positive, which is what we need him to do because that's all we've got at this stage is hope.
Toby's X-ray results are ready.
I'm a little bit surprised by what we're seeing. For the fact that I'm not seeing any fractures.
He must be the luckiest dog in Surrey Hills, I reckon.
Yeah.
14-month-old Toby has been run over by a taxi and escaped with no broken bones.
I came in here tonight and when I first looked in I was thinking that this dog is going to need weeks in hospital having fractures repaired, whereas it might now be a day.
Okay, that's... Can you fix me before his parents going to come tomorrow?
Chris can now start cleaning up Toby's wounds.
Come on.
You're right, Tobe. Come on. Come on,
We're halfway there, Toby.
Tobe, good boy, good boy, good boy.
So he may not like these, but he's got 2 more injections, so what he's got is an antibiotic, first of all.
Does that one burn a bit?
No.
No?
Not at all.
That was good, Toby.
You have already tangled with a cab tonight, so just let's try and keep it in perspective. Okay? I know it's tough for you. I know it's a hard night for you. That's it for the needles, all right? Did you want to call his owners? Do you know what you need to say?
No, I don't.
I'd use bumped rather than hit.
That's a boy. Some oxygen for you. I know. It's a funny feeling. You're a good boy. Bodhi's just been fantastic through all of this. I mean, his temperament is pretty amazing, and he's been poked and prodded and has still wanted to give us cuddles, so he's just a lovely dog. Sleepy sleeps.
Bodhi is about to undergo a risky bone marrow test. Earlier tests show the 4-year-old has no white blood cells. The mystery is why.
Poor little dog.
Medical specialist Sophia Zanis uses a hand drill to extract the bone marrow sample.
I'm just going to gently feel for the top of the bone. So I suppose what we really need to know is if Bodhi's got cancer or an autoimmune disease. Neither of them are very good. I mean, I suppose we've got some chance of treatment with certain autoimmune diseases, but most of them are pretty serious and they don't actually respond well to treatment. So it could be very sad for Bodhi, but we'll find out. This is the only way we'll know.
Look at Bodhi. Oh, she's going to see you tomorrow, puppy.
Bodhi's bone marrow test results are back. The good news, it's not cancer. The bad news, there's still no answers.
This has actually turned into a medical mystery. Bodhi's critical, he's having a plasma transfusion as we speak, and we still don't know why this is happening. His time is running out.
Lisa has decided to use a new superdrug.
And what it does is it tries to stimulate the bone marrow to produce white cells. Dad's here. It's pretty new and it's quite expensive and we don't know if it's going to work, but we really don't have many options here and we've got to try whatever we can.
Really? Oh, Big Bear. He's so glad to see you.
Michael has brought in his son for a visit. Bodhi and Jasper have grown up together.
He's probably at the top of my friends list.
If only love could cure them, it would make the world a better place. I mean, the relationship they have is just so special.
Bodhi. Bodhi, come here.
Did you want to call his owners?
Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe. Do you know what you need to say?
No, I don't.
I'd use bumped rather than hit.
Thomas was with Toby when he took off and ran under a taxi. Now he needs to summon his courage to ring Toby's owners, who are off sailing in the Whitsundays.
Voicemail.
So it's Thomas. Just want to let you know we're at the vet at the moment with Toby. We've been here for a couple of hours. He had a bit of a run-in with a taxi. He doesn't appear to have anything broken. If you can give me a call when you get this message, that would be great. Sorry about that. And he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Sorry. He's actually okay. That's the main thing. But he's Just a bit whimpery, but he always is. Anyway, call me. Got it.
That went well.
That's right, yeah. What do you think? That went well. You did the best you can do.
Chris rechecks Toby's punctured lung to make sure it's healing.
You're all right, buddy. You're all right. Come on.
Yeah, that's good. So there's just no air flowing into that syringe. So that's good. Well done, Tobes. Well done.
For Thomas and Brad, the night from hell is over with a miraculous happy ending.
You're tougher than I thought. I'll give you that.
That's remarkable. Truly incredible. All I can think is that young dogs do tend to miraculously bounce out of these situations.
Yeah, we'll call him Super Toby from now on. Toby's Super Dog.
Oh, yummy.
At Sash, a breakthrough for Bondi.
His neutrophils, which is a type of white cell, they've come up to 1.4, which is excellent. It was 0 before. And we needed to get above 3, so he's halfway there.
Halfway there already?
Yeah. So
Look
hopefully...
how long you came such a long way. Oh, thank you so much. You've done so well.
So hopefully by the end of the week, he will be able to go home, but we won't get ahead of ourselves.
Oh my God, that's fantastic news. We did never give up on you, will we? No.
This is the best news ever, isn't it?
I think this is an absolute miracle. To think that this dog was on his deathbed a week ago. I don't like to say that I have favourite patients, but he's definitely one of the special ones. I feel so small next to him. He's just got a spirit. He's a fighter.
Good boy, you are a good boy.
Chris is back on the Bondi beat, trying to track down the lost bunny's owners.
Hey Ruby, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. Do you mind if I stick this up? We've got a lost bunny. All right? Thank you. She'll be very grateful. The reality is that no one in Bondi really works. So I think if we hit the coffee shops, that should pretty much get 100% of the population. I mean, a weekday, what do those people do? They don't work, do they? No.
We're getting Bondi. Come on, we're getting Bondi.
Yeah, and we gotta be quiet.
You gotta be quiet because he's not well.
1 week later, and it's Bondi's big day. Michael has arrived at Sash with Jasper, his wife Katrina, and daughter Gigi to take their boy home.
Oh my God, look at him. I know.
He's looking so good, isn't he?
He is. He knew he was coming home because I opened the cage and he was trying to push past me. As soon as I put the lead on, he was pulling me down the corridor. He knew today's the day.
This looks like his old self again.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. I've got such mixed emotions now because I'm so happy with how well he's doing. I really thought he was going to die, so we have to be grateful for that. But we still don't know what caused this, and we still know that he can relapse, and that we just have to go step by step, day by day.
Run, Bondi, run. Oh, no, he's got it. Bondi, do you like being at home? Yes. Do you want to go back to hospital? No.
The great thing was that Bodhi went home and he had 3 wonderful weeks with his family.
Good boy, Bondi.
And unfortunately, our big boy had a relapse and despite doing everything we could, he didn't make it. And it's just the toughest part of the job because especially when it happens to the ones that, you know, really touch your heart. I'll never forget Bodhi.
Dino, we've been having words.
Hello, Juice.
He's pretty excited.
Yeah?
I think this is a good move.
There's a new lady in my life, eh?
Despite Chris's efforts to find Von's owners, no one came forward. But a hasty adoption has been arranged.
Yeah, no, it is nice. It's lovely. You know, it's sort of providing a home for a lost soul. Now, Von, if you're going to go swimming, you've got to swim between the red and yellow flags. Down this end of the beach, that's for surfing. She's onto it. I'm excited.
Mate, good on you.
All right.
It's good work from you. Thanks, buddy. All the best,
Thanks,
mate.
I can't wait to see her in the backyard at home, just plodding around, and you know when you feed them and then they come back to you and they know you're like the mama or the dada. So that's what I want to be. Now if you see anyone in trouble, Von, you just let me know.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.